Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and Grand Cathay, where we are playing as Miao Ying. Now in the first episode I basically covered most of the faction mechanics, and some of these are probably going to come back in terms of the game telling me or us about them, but I figured that it was nice to cover these things in the first episode. Another thing worth mentioning is that I would like you guys to give me some feedback on whether or not you want me to see... whether you want to see me do a lot of the battles manually, or if you want me to just auto-resolve battles that I... like close decisive victory, I usually auto-resolve those. I also have a tendency to auto-resolve the settlement battles, as some of those can be challenging. I haven't really wrapped my head around how the new settlement battles work efficiently yet, but I'll get there. So please leave a comment with your preference in regards to that.
Enemies everywhere.
Now our mission is to capture the mines of Nanyang. Is Hao Tao within range? No, he isn't.
I yearn for my true form. Might.
This one, for instance, I would just normally auto-resolve this one because the towers that are being built by the force that holds a city, they tend to be annoying at best. They start out with 1,000 defensive supplies, and they will get more defensive supplies for holding the victory points. I'll do this battle manually, and I'll probably have more casualties than the auto-resolve would have given me. But just also to demonstrate how these battles work. Siege battles are also very similar. As you can see, our deployment zone is around the entirety of the city. That applies to some of the major siege battles as well, not all of them, but some of them. Towers on the walls are not necessarily as dangerous as the ones in Warhammer 2 were. Whether or not the walls are worth holding or not, I'm not sure. But here we have the city. This city has 4 minor supply locations and 1 key building. Now, if you manage to hold the key building, and make it green, and hold it for a minute, 2-3 minutes or something, without the AI or the enemy coming in there to challenge you, you just automatically win the battle. When you take the supply locations, you tear down the towers and the barricades that supply location is supporting. I think this is a tower location. Not entirely sure. It very much looks like a tower location. That is definitely a tower location. There should be one somewhere up here as well. And the towers, you can see when they are built that they have a rather substantial firing range as well. How do I want to do this? I would like to spread out some of the forces. I don't suppose there's somewhere I can hide. No, not really. There aren't any forests that I can put my forces in and trick the enemy. Put them in there, but it's too far away from the gate. Maybe not necessarily. We could try that. No, the sky junk is going to be visible. Guess we could put these guys here, which would force the AI to put up people here. And then if I hid all of my troops inside of that little patch of forest down here, then they could move up. But by the time they get up there, it'll probably be too late. There's a supply point there and there and there. Tower point there is probably controlled by this supply point. This supply point should have a tower point somewhere. Might be here. Not entirely sure, but I might want to attack from this side anyways. The peasant long spears here. Not sure if there is a tower point here. If there isn't, that would be good.
The storm wind blows. Order and the balance.
I don't think there's any units left over here. No. Yeah, there's a tower point there.
Today we face evil. Today, as on all days, we shall smite it. Fight as
You can see the tower has a rather interesting range. I can't see any towers around here, so that's good. Now these have harmony, which means that they have reload skill and leadership, or leadership and melee defense. Some of the units have mastery of elemental winds, which increase the power of spells, which is very welcome. Let's take down that tower.
Stone and steel. Rooting out evil.
Now the tower will be rebuilt.
It is fated.
Order and balance. With infinite pride.
Our cavalry did its job, which was basically just to distract the enemies.
Certainly.
It pleases the dragons. The dragons ask. The storm dragon. Minds as one.
Here's a barricade as well.
Dragon God. With infinite pride.
Naturally.
Naturally.
Moving units over here now.
Crossbowmen. With infinite pride. With infinite pride.
Whatever is required. The Emperor expects. For the Emperor. Defenders of Cathay. They will perish. The storm unleashed.
Dragon God. Will of the dragons.
With joy. My power is absolute.
The dragons ask. Harmonious wrath.
Iron Hail Gunners! Attack in unison!
Get rid of those.
Immediately.
The Celestial Faithful! Immediately! Order and balance!
Stone and steel.
Iron Hail Gunners! Ready Ready to defend.
Dragon Guard.
The celestial daughter.
Slow these down.
Iron Hail Gunners. Watching as one. For the Moon Dragon. Thoughts in harmony. Minds as one. Wind and fire.
Never conquer.
For the defense. Iron
Good. Move
Hail
those out of the
Gunners.
way.
War Cathay.
Master of Tempest.
Saint Horseman and Jade Warrior Crossbowman. Let's do a heal here.
Stone and steel. For the Emperor. March in order the ranks.
These things are rather slow.
Repositioning. Warriors.
Praise the dragons! Execute them! Iron Hail Gunners! With infinite pride!
The Emperor expects. Send Yang sends us. War Cathay.
The Celestial Faithful!
Move in and
Warriors!
take this capture point.
Order and balance. Wind and fire.
Iron Hail Gunners!
Jade
Same with this one.
Warrior.
Let's take that one too. Now these guys, let's move them in. There is a unit of Jade Warriors here, so let's not move them in then.
Move as wind.
Iron Hail Gunners!
You can see we're starting to capture the point.
Warriors. March in ordered ranks.
Let's turn them around so they can use their shields against the archers.
Mistress of Storm!
Do another heal. You should probably stop, because I think you're attacking our own units now.
The storm's wind blows!
Slow him down.
Defenders of Cathay.
They will perish! Strike them down! Ground is gained!
And that removed those and the tower. Good.
Celestial Sorcerer.
Iron Hail Gunners!
Taken that one.
Never conquered! The Storm Dragon!
Let's do a final heal here. And then change form.
Of Gairan! The Celestial Daughter!
And go after the general.
Ready to defend!
Jade Warriors.
Now we'll move in these. Tower position was up here, okay. And he's building a tower there as well.
For the Emperor.
Defenders of Cathay! Master of Tempest! As wind!
Oh, also spells are reflected in things now, which is interesting.
Jade Warrior!
No, you're not going anywhere.
The Storm Dragon. As an horseman. Restore order. Thoughts in harmony.
Iron Hail Gunners! Seeking Cathay's foes! March in ordered ranks!
Sent by dragons. Dragon Guard. Immediately. Mistress of Storm.
Take him out. Turn off guard mode.
It is fated.
These have been shot on by towers and archers.
Defenders of Cathay! Store and steel!
Yeah, I'm taking a lot more losses than I would have taken if I had just auto-resolved this. There we go. There is no really much point in doing a heal, but I can do so regardless.
Order and balance. Stone and steel. Jade warriors.
So be it!
For the Emperor.
No, I don't want to wait for that. Decisive victory, that's at least something. 134. It isn't that bad, actually. Honestly, the only unit that lost a lot of entities were the peasant horsemen, which is not really a major concern. Let's occupy this. We get the Iron Curse icon. That's nice. And the next mission is to then take the Gunpowder Road, which includes Nanli. That will give us the Quicksilver armor. Now, there is one thing that I didn't cover in the previous video, which is you have fuse and salvage now. So you can salvage an item. This goes with the ancillaries as well. But if you have two items of the same type, let's say I have two enchanted items, and they are both common, I can fuse them and they will give me a green item, an uncommon one. Two green items will give a blue item, that's a rare one, and two blue items will not give a purple unique item, but instead be replaced with another blue item. So you don't have to keep an oodle of items that you don't really want to have. As for Miao Ying, let's get the Route Marcher. One recommendation that I have as Cathay is to take Fervent on all of your lords so that you get the reduction to corruption. Inspiring recruitment, especially if you're playing on harder difficulties, is probably a good idea for the reduction in recruitment cost. Reassuring Presence. This will come into play, but later. Iron Disciplinarian is not that important as Cathay. Lightning Strike has been changed. It now has 3 skill points. And you can see that it doesn't enable Lightning Strike battles until you have 3 points in it. What it does until then is reduce the time for enemy battle reinforcements to appear instead. Another thing with Lightning Strike is that your army will be winded, I think, instead of fresh. The vigor is reduced, at least. The other thing we'll take is Inspiring Presence, because I want to take Sure Aim, and eventually probably Eastern Fires, and... yeah, those two are the important ones for Cathay, the way that I play at least. Don't worry, I will get into the magic as well. It's just that I want to make sure that my army is at its best. Miao Ying has a very, very, very good unique skill line. The Aura of Majesty is a passive ability that gives everything in a 35 meter effect range, if it's a lord or a hero, -9 melee defense. Then this one, 20 diplomatic relations with Cathay, 2 control in local province, -1 corruption in local province. It's good. Reinforced Bastion, -40% construction cost for Great Bastion buildings. This one is really nice. Master of Storm, it's a great ability. 25% less cooldown to Lore of Life spells, and you can see that it reduces the life spells by -2. 2 of those are heal spells. Life Bloom has only 1 point. Regrowth has 2, but this costs 15. So getting that reduced to 13 is nice, and getting this one down to... oh, it's not that one. Earthblood. Getting that one down to 6 is also really, really nice. And then you have Life Bloom that heals everything on the map on your side while you're casting as well. Then she has Opposer of Chaos. This one is also really, really good. Every unit in your army gets plus 10 melee defense when you're fighting against Norska, Warriors of Chaos, and Demons of Chaos. And you are going to fight against Chaos fairly often here. And you also get 4% ward save on all of your units, which is nice. Imposing range. 10% range for missile units, yes please. Persistent fire. 20% reload time reduction for the entire army, yes please. And then finally the Eye of the Storm, which gives you... I think it doubles the values of the ability that I have on her already. I believe it is the one she already has. It's Wrath of the Storm, which gives 24 melee attack. And then it adds those things to it, I believe. So she's kind of a powerhouse. She does not get a mount, but why would a dragon need a mount? She is a dragon after all. Quartermaster is decent. Logistician is decent. You can see that the casualty replenishment rates have been reduced from 15% to 6%. It makes kind of sense though. So also for the legendary lords at least, 40 is no longer the maximum level.
Was born to wield it.
Yutang Nanman also got a skill point. Convergence. And then we have our buildings. Now it's time to tear this thing down. Do I want that? No, not particularly.
The celestial Miao Ying.
We can recruit some peasant archers.
For me is an honor.
Let's quickly check the diplomacy. Quick deals.
Celestial blacksmith.
Probably going to get
Wind Shaper.
mission to get a treaty at a later point. Around turn 15-20 or something. It's not vital to do that mission though. Caravan encounter, warriors return. The caravan was being tracked, followed. And we can choose between 3 Jade Warrior crossbowmen with shields or 2 Peasant Long Spearmen. Yeah, this is a difficult one. We need to take the Snake Gate back as well. And we also need to destroy the Sarthoriel's Watcher faction.
Ready to defend.
I think that I'll just take out Nunli first.
I bow only before dragon.
Not too worried about these peasant horsemen, so we'll just go down there and auto-resolve that one. Occupy. She got a Swordmaster, that's nice. And a Talisman of Endurance, 12 ward save, nice. And we got 5,000 and a Quicksilver Armor. And we have destroyed the rebels. We now need to capture 2 provinces. Let's see, Miao Ying. First of all, let's give her the Quicksilver Armor. She already equipped the Swordmaster.
I stand apart.
2 points in sure aim.
The Bastion's defense requires it.
For him, let's get Wind Blast.
The storm dragon.
And then let's recruit a couple more peasant archers.
Asks, you answer.
Nangao. Wondering if I should get this one. It'll give us... we're down to there on Yin. That's not good. Alright, let's do a labor conscription bureau there. We don't necessarily need that much money income right now, and I want to field a second army as quickly as possible. This is why. Get rid of that. I do plan on tearing that one down and replacing it with that one. I'm wondering if I should take this to just get the recruitment cost reduction for the peasant archers. Yeah, I'll do that. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Build that one, and we have commandments. This is very important when it comes to corruption. You'll see why later on. Corruption is a major thing. Because you have this one, the Storm Dragon's Edict. -5 corruption. This one is important later on. We will go with the Fire Dragon's Edict for now, because it gives +1 local recruitment capacity. Having the ability to recruit more than 2 units per turn is nice. As for the other edicts, 5% income from trade, +7% research rate, and +4 control, and 40% less chance of a plague spreading. That would be benefits from Grandfather Nurgle. And I'm wondering if we should recruit a lord. It would have to be a young lord, and I think we can recruit Pingshi Yagu. Just recruit him, send him up to colonize Snake Gate, and disband him again. That puts us at that, so no recruitment on him, and yep. And here's the Kurgan warband. And we are now in harmony. Temporarily. It will not last. Now we need to recruit 20 units.
Favored daughter.
Let's move her up there. Yeah, the warband is going to come after Nangao. What's our garrison like here? It's not half bad, actually.
The Emperor's chosen daughter. Serve me.
Peasant archers? Or is... It's done. Note that the when you upgrade the buildings, they still just give 1 yin or yang. Unless it says specifically something else. I really want. Yes, I'm going to save quite a bit of money of that. I think that's actually going to be a good idea. Now the compass. You choose which one of these you want the arrow to point at, and it gives various bonuses. You always have the these enabled. So currently we have +500 defensive supplies. And again, this applies to the provinces within Cathay. We have 500 defensive supplies extra. We have 2% casualty replenishment rate per region in Cathay. We have +3 growth per region in Cathay. And we have +2 control per region in Cathay. If I move the arrow here, we will be getting +15% income from all buildings in Cathay, and also +40% chance of the Winds of Magic increasing in strength. The Dragon Emperor's Wrath, if we fill up this, it'll drain these, but if we fill that up, we can click this to do extreme attrition apply to armies that are beyond the Great Bastion. That would be the ones that now came in to assault us. The Warpstone Desert, that will reduce the winds of magic within Cathay, but it will also reduce corruption and enemy leadership. And these increase per region you own in Cathay. For now, I'm going to go with the Great Bastion for reducing the Great Bastion threat. And also the recruitment cost minus 10%. That means I need to recruit those archers over again. And as this fills up, these bonuses will also increase. So I think it is 10 turns until we get to move the compass again, but there are technologies and abilities that will modify how often you are allowed to change the compass arrow. So we'll go with the Great Bastion for now.
The Celestial Miao Ying.
22,423.
The defense effort has moved.
But that saved us 115, which is not bad.
I see all your weaknesses.
I'm gonna put you inside of there.
Lord Magistrate, reporting.
I think that's it for this turn. Well, we are in harmony, so maybe someone would want to make a deal with us? Yeah, the Western provinces are now amicable to us.
Long may our understanding continue.
This... Oh, he's going to give us that. After a while, anyways. Let's take money from him instead.
This is worthy.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Natural authority.
The Burning Wind Nomads, they have a trade agreement with Xiaoming and with the Jade Custodians. They are at war with the Lazargs. The Jade Custodians,
Authority.
they are at war with the Celestial Loyalists and the Skrinderkin Warherd. But you should pay attention to these because some of the factions in Cathay are
The dragon-blooded.
not friendly.
Where there is understanding, there is balance. Long live...
The
And now
dragon-blooded.
these do not want to give us a trade agreement now because we have too many trade agreements for them. We are making too much money, so the AI is taking that into consideration.
Celestial ancestors.
Not sure why it makes that echo if you exit the diplomacy while they're talking, but I have reported it as a potential bug to the developers. Let's move on to the next turn. Yeah, they're coming in heavily. A rival caravan is spotted. The lost crew has been eaten. Ogres tend to eat people. So we can enable replenishment in foreign territory, or we can grab 200 more cargo. Since we haven't even had a battle, we're going to take the spice barrels. Fletching mentors have been researched. We plus 8% ammunition for peasant archers, and that pushed us back into Yin. Together with a building, of course.
Storm Dragon.
Now, this region has Tzeentch corruption. It hasn't got enough Tzeentch corruption yet to give
Ready to defend.
attrition. We're going to move Miao Ying here,
Now we march.
and then we'll move
Strategize.
Pingji
Only
Jiaogu,
lies.
move him
Lord
up
Magistrate,
there, and we will recruit some peasant archers. You can see the cost is now heavily reduced.
obedience is all I ask.
As for the Gunpowder Road, let's upgrade the hamlet into a village. And I think that's about it for now. Yeah, the caravan is taking attrition. There are also some landmarks around here. So these are the ice caverns of Ymir-Drak. So the caravan does discover some lands along the way.
The Lord Magistrate stands
But it is
ready.
taking attrition here because of being in a frozen region, which also has very high Chaos Undivided corruption. But that's not a problem. Research available. We're going to go with the drill training, not so much because I want the technology, but because I do want to move up the Yang tree for the harmony, of course. And end turn. Sneaky. I'm not even going to bother fighting that. The reinforcement time is...
Fight in order, dragons!
There's no point in doing replenishment since they attacked Pingji, so we'll just take the money here.
Their deaths benefit
Welch of the Wolfclaw, Harwolf, and Held Thralltane. And we destroy the entire faction. Now the caravan found a frostworm skull. I'm not that unhappy with that. We're not going to allow the caravan master to retain that, so we'll put that on her. As for the
Miao Ying.
the other armor, happened to...
The
Oh, it moved over to the caravan.
The
Let's give this
majestic
to
defender.
the Astromancer instead.
master of the province.
Okay, we need replenishment on her. Let's take...
Be on guard.
The Emperor's chosen daughter.
Seeking
Take one of these,
tactical
put them
advantage.
there, and then move him into the Snake Gate and colonize
The
it.
celestial empire virgin.
We have sealed the gate. We have now captured 2 provinces. Get the Tormentor Sword.
City commander.
And we can now build the Bastion level 1. Notice the garrison there. It is 4 Jade Warriors, 2 Peasant Long Spearmen, 2 Peasant Archers, 2 Peasant Horsemen, 1 Astromancer, 2 Jade Warriors with Halberds, 1 Jade Warrior Crossbowman, and it also unlocks the recruitment of these. As for
Cathay
the
Eternal.
commandment here, there is Tzeentch corruption happening here because of the adjacent provinces. So we'll do the Bastion patrolled for now to reduce the corruption. And the Kurgan warband is already back, so you can't really eliminate them. Her we'll send back to
Fly
Nangao,
the black and silver.
which will more or less refill her army completely. Unassign skill
Warden
points.
Of the Great Bastion.
Terrain. The Caravan Master. Now the Caravan Masters have special skills down here. We'll go with Hidden Stores for casual replenishment rate and less attrition.
A worthy addition to my arsenal.
The Astromancer will give him Rolling or Roiling Skies and Wind Blast. And Pingji, Route Marcher, and then Fervent. I'm going to use him as a colonizer lord, so
Upper hand indeed.
he'll probably be tossed out, disbanded on a regular basis, and then recalled whenever I need him. Quickly check the deals.
Celestial Child of the Wind.
Cathay Eternal.
Yeah, I think we want to... that's also something that has changed. It is now beneficial to be in alliances. We'll go into a defensive alliance with the Celestial Loyalists,
Please enter. You are well.
and also with the Imperial Wardens.
May your ancestors watch over you. Harmony.
Child of
Harmony above all.
And also, in Warhammer 2 at least, I don't remember Warhammer 1, having a military alliance reduced the chances of a confederation. This is no longer the case. As a matter of fact, having a military alliance increases the chances of a confederation now. This gives us the opportunity to build an outpost in their respective settlements. What an outpost does is it allows you to use the allegiance points to recruit units from their pool And it also gives them some additional garrison inside of the settlement where you have built the outpost. I don't remember if... No, it doesn't give you allegiance. It says outpost available.
Windshaper.
This would give us Jade Warrior crossbowmen. We'll also get ally missions from them. But I don't think I want to build any outposts. Skip that one. And have a look at our provinces. There is nothing we can build, so we'll just move on to the next turn. But the Imperial Wardens did build an outpost in Nangao, which is good. Construct 3 buildings that contribute to harmony. That's going to be difficult. Now we need to capture a 3rd province.
Refused.
This is really
I govern in the Emperor's name.
The garrison is almost at full strength as well, so I'm like not worried about these guys.
Miao Ying.
But I'm wondering if we should head over to the Terracotta Graveyard. Yeah, that's not really that impressive of a garrison anyways.
There can
Going to
be no
march
fatigue.
stance and move
The
over there.
storm gathers.
Be careful to use march stance because vigor in battle, tired, which is... you can't get it above tired. If he decides to attack me now, that would have been a problem if he had a stronger army. I'm not that worried about that army though.
Lord Magistrate.
You can just stay where you are. In the Snake Gate, you can build 3 buildings in each of the gates. You can build the military buildings, which will allow you to recruit the units of that chain inside there. You can also build the cannon chain. No, the Celestial Armory chain. To get the Celestial Dragon Guard and the Celestial Dragon Crossbowmen here. But you have the special fortification buildings. You have the the Sanctum, which gives you less attrition casualties suffered from Chaos Waste's attrition, which is really rather useful if you want to venture outside here. Another thing with that is that it also gives less recruitment cost for local armies, all the way up to 65%, which is very nice, and also +5 recruit rank. And then you have the fortification watch mast, which gives you more campaign line of sight, and it reduces the upkeep all the way to 65% for any armies that are within that specific bastion province. You have the bastion lumber pile. This is the artisan building. This gives you more defensive supplies per turn when you are under siege, and also more ammunition, all the way up to 1500 supplies, 650 per turn, and 100% more ammunition during siege battles. And finally, there's the water station, which is the refectory, which gives you growth and casualty replenishment rate, all the way up to plus 50. And then finally, plus 10 to all provinces in growth, since why would you need growth when you have this at level 5? These are not that expensive to build, as you can see. It's 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000. We're going to go with the water station for now, for growth. We want this province to grow quickly. In the Gunpowder Road, here we will build a wares market and upgrade our Contemplation Garden. And we have 2 yin currently, so that will push us back 1. Outpost is still available.
The great enemy must be.
But yes, that was 7 turns done. And now, if you do have any questions and or comments, then of course please do feel free to leave those in the comment section. I also stream over at Twitch if you want to come and hang out there. You'll find the link in the description below the video. And I will be streaming Total War Warhammer 3. Haven't decided on what faction to play yet, but we'll get around to that when I get to it. For now, thank you all so very much for joining me, and I hope to see you all in the next episode.